A teacher was in class one day, and he noticed a student was whistling during his lecture. The teacher had already asked him multiple times to stop, but he just kept doing it, so the teacher had enough. He stopped the class and asked the student, "Can I ask you something?" The student, of course, thought he was going to get in trouble, so he responded with, "Yeah, what is it?" The teacher said. "Why do you keep whistling during my class?" The student said. "I'm sorry, but I can't help it. It makes me feel better." The teacher could see there was no malice behind the action, so he decided to tell the student a story. He said, "When I was young, I wanted to be a musician. I used to practice for hours and hours every single day. I dedicated my life to it. But then one day my father came into my room and he heard me practicing. He walked in and he said, 'Get out of your room right now.' So I came out and he said, 'You will never be a musician. Too bad.' And I was devastated. I asked him why, and he said, 'Because you practice in your room and the walls are made out of cardboard. You need to go outside and practice in front of real people if you want to become a good musician.' So I did that. I started performing in public, and the more I did it, the better I got. But one day I went to a music competition, and I forgot my instrument. So I went home, grabbed my instrument, and ran to the competition. When I arrived there, they were already performing the final piece, and they announced my name. I was nervous. I was shaking. I dropped my instrument multiple times. But despite all that, I performed the best I could. And after I finished, the judges said I was the best musician they had ever heard. They said I was going to make it big. They gave me so much confidence. I thought I was ready for it. A few weeks later, I had an opportunity to perform in front of thousands of people. This was my big chance. My opportunity to show everyone how good I was. Right before I went on stage, I saw my dad in the audience. I was so excited to show him how good I could be. When I started playing, I froze. I couldn't remember a single note. I tried to run away. I tried to hide. But everywhere I went, people were staring at me. I felt terrible. I felt humiliated. And that's when I realized my dad was right. I wasn't ready for this. I hadn't practiced in front of real people. I'd only practiced in the comfort of my own home where nothing could go wrong. Because of that, I failed my one big chance. Because when you do that, you learn from your failure and you try again and again and again until you succeed. But if you never fail, you'll never learn. So don't be afraid to fail. Then the student who had been whistling, he apologized and promised it would never happen again. The teacher smiled and said, "It's all right. We all make mistakes. Just make sure you learn from them."